time. 14. And the time is 6 o'clock.
Yeah, tonight we're going to be joined by the King of the Jungle Cats, the self-titled Mr. Slick from BB5. Victor's here, everybody! Yes, indeed. And that's not all. We're going to be chatting to cult comedian and friend of the show, David Schneider! Very good. I like that. David's going to be telling us about the game plans he's seen in the house this week, everybody. Game plans!
Game plans.
They're nutty for game plans.
We also want your thoughts on our burning issue. Is the Raggy Doll Trio the strongest group in the house?
Are they? Are they not? It's behind you.
Get in touch and let us know. Plus, a new You versus the Housemate task was set for you guys on Sunday, so stay tuned and find out how you can win a chance to appear live on this here very show on Thursday.
What, live here on Thursday?
Live here on Thursday.
This is amazing.
Glorious sunshine.
But what about last night's show? Hair-raising stuff, and we're not just talking about Ben's double crown. Oh, no, JJ told Josie to wreck off when her Ben got too hot for his heat stroke to handle. And Jovan begged Big Brother to let him go home. And John's betrayal meant Ben was in the firing line once again.
Oh, so much to take on board. Let's have a recap of last night's action.
What do you think smells worse, John James? Your feet or your breath? Your breath. What with me?
I asked you to stop and you just...
Oh, what, my turn now, is it? You finished with Rachel, it's Josie's turn, is it?
Go on now, why don't you go on now? I asked you to stop.
I want to go home, so sort it, please.
I don't think I want to be here anymore.
You just get right on me, go on me, go on me, go on me.
Make the most of it, lad. Joe, you're a top guy.
I asked you to stop.
Well, you
didn't.
You've learnt my lesson, so you don't need to, like, pack up your stuff, do you? Oh, stop being stupid.
And what groups are they now? Because they've got the 3 girls.
Adam's family.
I thought they were the rag dolls.
But then there's us.
The lion, the witch and the wizard.
When you had your big blow-up, Shabby was walking by, smirking and so happy.
Ben has gone and told John something that you did regarding the fact that John was leaving.
What is your problem?
What?
Who are you? What is your problem? You don't know me. You made a judgment on a person you know nothing
But I'm
about.
sure you've been
Because
judged.
I don't want you to know me.
Then why are you being so rude about sex?
Because I don't like you, Ben.
Like the milkman, our next guest always promises to deliver. A founding member of BB5's infamous Jungle Cats. He divided the house and went to war with the lip gloss bitches. He's here to talk group dynamics, pack politics and game plans. It's Victor!
Thank you. Right, let's interview Victor. Hang on. Where are my cards? I can't interview Victor without my cards. Are they? They're not. Oh, thank you very much.
Were you scared for a second?
I was generally terrorised, yeah.
Emma was back.
Terror.
Right. There's been a split in the house. Why on earth does this happen? 2 weeks in, every single time there's a big rift.
Basically, people just gravitate towards people they get on with or people who are similar to them in their everyday normal lives. So that's why it just splits off naturally.
So is it better to be in a group or go it alone?
It's much better to be in a group because if you're in a group, you've got strength in numbers.
Victor, wouldn't it be great if they could all just be one group together?
It would, but then nobody would watch it then. We don't want to see that, do we?
We don't want happy
What?
families, do
No, we don't.
we? We want
I'd watch it.
We want a bit of, a bit of naughtiness. But the ones that do go it alone, that kind of float in between all the groups, they tend to stay there for the long haul.
Yeah, those are the people who've got the game plans and those who are kind of on the periphery of different groups so that it's able for them to bounce between groups as one gets stronger and one gets weaker.
Did you go in with it? Did you go in with a game plan then, Victor?
I did. He obviously didn't go in with a game plan.
He didn't go with a game plan. And let's have a look at the JCs in action.
After yesterday, I know they're coming after me and Jay. We're going after them. You know, the jungle is very dangerous in week 5. Very, very dangerous. If one of the jungle cats falls in week 5, then all the jungle cats are gonna fall.
Came in the door as a jungle cat. He's not going to leave as a domestic feline cat.
What a year that was.
That was the finest.
What an amazing
year.
So what do you think of the groups that we have in the house? Who is the weakest one, do you think?
The weakest group definitely consists of David, Ben and JJ. People seem to have no respect for those guys. They're just day by day ripping into the... I mean, I thought the strongest one was JJ, but he got torn to shreds yesterday.
You know what, the Drifters...
He seems quite insecure there, doesn't he, JJ, I think?
I think your whole psychoanalysis about him not being too popular when he was a kid and I think you're bang on. The Drifters are the league favourite people at the moment. Corinne's 10-3 and Steve's 5-1 on to win it. Is there any chance that some of the weaker people in the house could maybe spin it round and win, like they did in BB9, for example?
No.
No? You
No,
don't think it's gonna happen
I've
this time
got
round?
no faith in them, no.
Really?
No. The weakest people will get picked off right at the start, and those who have got the game plans will survive, especially in this one.
I think Corinne's going to do all right.
Yeah, she's doing well.
It seems that the tasks and shopping lists are where the group dynamics kind of start to split. Let's take a look at Sunshine when she was trying to do the shopping list.
I'll need to have a few individual bits.
We don't have the money to do any individual luxuries this week.
I think we really need to just get on with it.
Let's do the alcohol first.
How long do we have for it?
Does everyone want to spend £20 on alcohol? Because that can buy 20 kilograms of rice almost.
No alcohol.
No,
20 quid's worth of alcohol.
Can I say that we should maybe just start with the
14 of
food?
us.
Right. I thought you were going to ask him something here. Come Friday, the group dynamics are sure to shift. The group spent 3 hours and 15 minutes nominating yesterday. Let's take an exclusive peek at tonight's main show.
I'm going to nominate Jovan.
Jovan.
Jovan enjoys watching the fallout of people's problems.
Shabby.
Shabby. It's one thing to dislike someone in here, but it's another thing to not give them any time of day.
David. Every time there's a situation, he's involved, and I don't think he ever helps the situation.
Ben.
Little message for you, Ben. People don't dislike you because you're posh. People dislike you because you're horrible.
You could see big words. You could see more of that tonight at 9 o'clock on Channel 4. Victor, what do you make of those noms?
Basically, I was not surprised to see Ben and Shabby up at all, because they've been right at the forefront of the argument, especially yesterday.
How do you think you'd have got Miss Shabby if you'd have been in there with her?
We wouldn't have got on at all, I don't think, no. Not really my cup of tea from what I've seen so far.
Ben's topping the hit list with 8 nominations, which is weird because he seems to have a very magnetic personality. One of the best in Big Brother history, I think.
Magnetic?
Magnetic.
Yeah?
Would you like to have a look?
All right.
Have a look.
You're a very touchy-feely guy, right?
Not everyone likes that.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Ben Duncan is magnetic man. Amazing. Victor, do you think you'd be drawn to him in the house? He's quite an interesting guy.
I mean, I'd speak to him to see what he's like as a person, but there wouldn't be any sparks flying between us.
Wouldn't be any
or anything
vibes,
like
no? Do you think his argument or his ongoing arguments with Shabby have affected his demeanour in the house or his place in the house?
No, not really. He started off in a pretty precarious position from the first day, and he's just kind of plateaued. He can't fall any further as far as I'm concerned.
All right,
How do you think he'll do then?
I don't think he's going home. I think if him or whichever one of the two of them has an argument between now and Thursday, that's the one who's going home.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank
Victor.
you,
Everybody give him a big
Victor.
round of applause. Right. After the break, David Schneider will be taking us through his Big Brother Game Plan. Plus, we'll be bringing you up to speed with all the house news.
But first, on Sunday, Keith Lemon helped us set up a brand new You versus the housemate task, Pies in Your Flies. Now, sadly, Keith's attempt was declared invalid as shock
Why?
of all shocks.
Why?
He didn't obey the rules,
Why?
as always. Because you're meant to put the pies through your flies, and he actually had his buttons undone at the top,
okay.
so he was just shoving them down, so it
I
didn't
see what you
count.
did. That might explain why we've had the grand total of 0 entries, ladies and
Zero
gentlemen.
people, zero.
So the goalposts are wide open. Big Brother needs you. Remember, it's all about points for effort. We want to see the most entertaining video. We don't really care how many pies you pack in your flies. It's enthusiasm that counts, isn't it, guys? That's the buzzword. If you want a chance to go up against the housemates this Saturday, then here is how to get involved.
The viewer has 30 seconds to stuff as many pies in their flies as they can. The timer starts from the moment the viewer touches the first pie. The viewer may only put one pie in their fly at a time. The whole pie must completely pass the fly to be counted. Pies may not be crushed, squashed or misshapen before entering the fly. Pies must be filled. The filling is the viewer's choice and may be sweet or savoury. Pies must be removed from all casing and packaging. The viewers should be wearing their own trousers for their attempt, i.e. trousers that fit. It is recommended that viewers do not heat up the pies beforehand.
Welcome back to Little Brother at 6:16. In just a few moments, we'll be talking to comedian and massive Big Brother fan, David Schneider, who's over there. That's David. Look at him, blue steeled out of his mind. He's going to be talking game plans, everybody, and we'll reveal who faces the public vote this week. Who goes? You, De Schneider. Huh? Time for the news.
Oh, at 9:13 last night, after successfully completing her task set by the Trio Temptation, Shabby was called to the diary room with Kiva to receive their dinner date for two. Conversation seemed strained at times, with things getting just a little bit awkward.
I'm really embarrassed.
Why?
Because I am.
Don't be embarrassed.
I'm cringing, Kiva.
Yeah, I'm cringing as well. It's fine. Look, I'm fine.
There's so many things that I want to say to you that I can't say to you because I'm wearing the microphone. And these.
Me too, Shabby. But we're great friends, Shabby, aren't we?
Yeah.
I can't believe I found you.
Oh, meanwhile, in the living room, housemates got a little bit USA on themselves by hosting their very own American talk show. Bet you can't guess which one.
Welcome to today's show. The topic on the agenda is tarts and tantrums. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know any tarts? Well, come on down. Darlene. It's Darlene.
Darlene?
Darlene from Alabama. Darlene? Darlene. Come on this way. Darlene.
Darlene! I love Ben's accent there, it's brilliant. To see more pictures of the evening, check out the gallery on the website. And at 1 o'clock today, Kiva felt the wrath of the Tree of Temptation after Shabby let slip her compliments to Ben were part of the secret mission. Shabby's loose tongue meant the wrath was passed to Kiva. She was locked in a room and made to listen to a conversation between Ben and Shabby on repeat.
In these areas. And of course, what has happened much worse than in a raw situation where some of these fire things really help. I feel like...
They locked me in a room.
Is that all?
They locked me in a room with your and Ben's photos everywhere, all over the wall. And Ben's conversation with you yesterday, repeating on a loop, all over and over, really loud. And the room was absolutely freezing.
She was in there for a total of 2 hours and 50 whole minutes. Finally, at 1:24 this afternoon, housemates were gathered on the sofas for their weekly instalment of Who's Up for Eviction? Cue the da-da-das!
Housemates nominated for eviction this week, in no particular order, are Shabby.
Standard.
And Dave. And Jovan. And Ben.
Vintage Shabby. Don't forget, we'll be revealing who was saved and replaced later on. That's it for the news from me. Head over to channel4.com/Big Brother for all of the latest.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us now, a man who's been a long-standing fan of Big Brother. We are honoured to have him here every Tuesday with his thoughts and views on the house game plans. It's comedian Dave Schneider, everybody.
Yes, hello, thank you, George. Well, we've heard a lot about game plans, but what I have here is Big Brother's Little Brother's game plan. It's an actual model of the house. It's a plan of the house. You see what I did there? With pieces representing all the housemates. Like there, for example, you have the loveliest person in the world, Corinne. All right. There's Nathan. Now, I really like Nathan, by the way. He's very practical. He even keeps a spare monobrow velcroed to his stomach in case he loses the one on his face. There it is, you see? Just rip that baby off and pop it on and you're away. Okay, who else have we got? Here we are. There's John James. Now, John James is a man who clearly can only fancy a woman if he's angry with her. I mean, this is a guy who can only do makeup sex, which I reckon Josie probably thinks is what you do after reapplying your lippy and mascara. Who else? Well, there's Ben and Mario. They obviously come as one piece. There they are. And you can also get a detachable Dave. There you are, just to complete the set. But I like to refer them to as Ben Mario, a bit like John James, who was actually once two people as well, John and James, who fancied him, and then they merged into one John James. Incidentally, this game plan does come with a special grovelling apologetic Ben. There he is, which is used quite a lot. I'm so sorry, no, really, I'm very sorry about that. OK, who else have we got? I guess over here we've got Shabby and Kiva. Now, I do worry for Shabby now she's confessed her love for Kiva. Of course, Kiva said it won't change anything, they can still be great friends, etc., but fans of Big Brother, we've been here before, haven't we? And I think that in 2 weeks' time, our cool, trendy Shabby will look a lot more like this. Yes, it's Shreeby. But what is it about Irish women? Kiva, Nareen, the Nolans. There they are, luring men and women onto their rocks with the lilting accents and their songs about being in the mood for dancing. I think the reason the French football team are being so rubbish is that the Irish have dispatched Nareen to South Africa, where she told Nicholas and Elka they can be friends. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, we are out of the World Cup. And whilst we're talking about Shabby, can we please get to the bottom of rubbing your hands gates from last night's show? And it's helpful to just see how the rumours spread. So what I've done a little chart just to show us what happens. And here's how it first started with Ben Mario telling John James that Shabby had rubbed her hands in glee at his unhappiness. And then in 5 minutes' time, just to show you what had happened in 5 minutes' time, it expanded to this. And there you can see how the rumours spread, all the housemates getting involved. There's Jovan, obvious mistake to make, Kiva, Iffy, Nathan. Also, you can see that after a while, Bob Reiter also got involved and started slagging Ben. The horse from the carousel joined in. Nikki Graham turned up. The girl who won Big Brother, who was a bit dull but nice, and SpongeBob SquarePants. They all joined in, and it was pretty devastating for Ben. But really, I think it's all Steve's fault because of his snoring. No one's actually getting any sleep. They're all becoming very irritable. And we can now reveal exactly why Steve is so loud. If you look at an X-ray of his chest, you can see actually he's got two built-in vuvuzelas. There they are. You see, Steve is the human vuvuzela. And we can actually listen to that. So if you hear him snoring, you can hear. Terrible. OK, well, that's all from me, as John James would say. I've just got to get out of this house now to do my head in, and I'll see you next week with more from the game plan. Farewell!
Thank you, David. Now, yesterday we revealed Dave, Shabby, Ben and Jovan have received the most votes from their fellow housemates.
But like last week, Big Brother unleashed a cruel twist that would see one housemate scoot from the list and another slide
Scoot from the list?
Scoot from the list and slide into the public vote. Here's what happened earlier on today.
Ooh.
Shadi, you must now replace yourself with a housemate of your choice who is not currently facing the public vote.
Sorry. Sorry, Mario.
Victor, what do you make of that? Right decision?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
He wants Mario out?
No, but she does.
Right, OK, Victor. Victor, I like all your get-up. Do you want to have a go at this?
Yeah, I do, mate.
Come
on!
Took a tumble already.
Not very good. So, David, is this part of Shabby's game plan, do you think?
Well, I don't know. I'm still recovering from that. But that was like the first 5 minutes of Casualty, just watching Victor there thinking some disaster's going to happen. He didn't let us down. I think Shabby, I think she just wanted... She's a romantic. She wanted Mario and Ben to suffer together. I think that's fine, isn't it? That's lovely.
I didn't even realise what that was all about. We've got the poll result. We asked you guys if you thought the Ragdoll trio was the strongest in the house. The result was...
The result was 78% of you said no, they are not.
That's pretty much all we've got time for today. A big thank you to all our guests. Join us tomorrow when we'll be going out on Minds of Celebrities. Dave Bowers plus body language expert Judy James is here.
Make sure you catch the main show on Channel 4 at 9 o'clock. And as always, for the latest goings on, head to channel4.com.